I expect it's safe to say that most of us have had our fair share of experiences just walking through the mountain biomes while exploring and just stumbling across these really unique areas of terrain generation where either there's lots of overhangs, huge cliffs, floating islands. Usually the mountains are pretty unique. There's almost one really cool area in each mountain biome that you find, and you're always, most of the time, at least personally, I'm always like, oh, I should live here. I really wish I could build a base here. That'd be so cool. And I don't end up getting around to it. Usually because I have another base somewhere else, or I just don't really feel like it, but that's why we're in creative mode, and in this video, I found an extremely cool area in the mountains, and we're going to be turning this into the base that you always wanted to build when you found a really unique area in the mountain biomes. In this area, we kind of have this natural valley, and it's partially surrounded by natural walls in these other little areas here with some floating bits. And yeah, I think I have a plan laid out for what we're going to do. I'm going to need to turn on the replay mod here momentarily, but first I kind of want to talk about my plan. So on this side we have some pretty significant mountains. There's not a lot of gaps except for right there. I'm thinking what we're going to do is I'm going to flatten this area out a little bit. Not very much. I want to keep the kind of the hill shape, but I'm going to remove some of this area here and get this area kind of ready to build. And on this side I want to have like a big castle wall here. This will probably be the biggest single area of just like non-natural structures that we're going to be making here. We're going to have a pretty big wall that goes up to like this level or something, and then overlooks this forest. And over here is where I actually want the real entrance to our valley to be, because it's kind of going to be like a mini village surrounded kind of like by natural walls, by like castle walls where it's not natural. And I think it'd be really cool. It can have some different houses. We can kind of set stuff into the cliffs. I'm just going to do whatever my imagination thinks I should with this area to try to make it, I guess, as cool as possible to fit how awesome this terrain looks. Well, I'm about done with stage 1 of our build here. I cleaned up a lot of the terrain. I haven't cleared out all the trees yet though, because I'm not sure what I want to keep and maybe just integrate into the build. A lot of these are probably going to end up getting removed. I removed some over there. I also built that little entry area. I'll show you that more in a sec, but I was fixing the area and I really didn't want to get rid of this tree, so I actually thought it'd be cool to integrate it with a custom bottom into this hillside, and I think it looks really cool. I also like that this area is all kind of snowy and you're going to be able to see the moon from various points at the wall. I'm not even quite sure how high I want like walls or towers or houses or anything, I guess, builds to go around the rim here. I'm kind of tempted to put one tower somewhere because I think it'd be cool. So we're kind of just make this up as we go. But I do have a general plan for what we're going to be doing next. So what we're going to have here is the, I guess, main entrance, which is going to kind of be like a big castle door thing. You'll see what I mean. It's a little bit difficult to explain. And it's going to directly connect into a wall over here that's going to extend to this side. It's going to maybe curve a little bit. It's going to be curving a little bit to get over here. I think what would be really cool to do before the castle wall would be to build a custom arch from here to here, just over the pathway. We could put like lanterns from it. I think that would look really, really cool. This area is coming together a lot better than I imagined already. And I even like these weeping vines. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called again. Yeah, they're the weeping vines. I kind of thought they'd be out of place at first, but they actually look pretty nice after just leaving them for a while, letting them grow. I might like stop them from growing farther with like string or whatever you can use to stop it. But yeah, I went through several different design iterations of the wall, and I think I got one that I like. I really like this design. I especially like it from out here, where you kind of have like the rubble and stone and stuff at the base of the wall. I think it looks really cool. It's a nice touch down there. And I also made these supports up here going to the semi-floating area of dirt and stone that was kind of just overhanging the wall. I thought that would make a nice addition. And it does look pretty cool after I spruced it up a little bit with some slabs and other things like that. But you can also walk all the way along this wall. There's a few different staircases to go down or up depending on like what direction you're going. I'm going to turn my attention to this area now because this area, it doesn't have like anything filling this gap yet, but I know exactly what's going to go here. I'm going to beef up this cliff a little bit, bring it out, maybe have like a very small section of wall similar to that. And I am going to be putting sort of like a waterfall up here somewhere and have it flow down into a trough. And then have the trough just carry the water out to here and maybe do something connecting it to that natural waterfall. And I want to build like a sawmill or something that like is being powered by like the water going out, and it would be kind of down here, maybe a couple stories. I have little markers for where I want houses to go. That's the marker for like the sawmill area. This is probably just going to be a regular house. This right here, it's going to basically go where the tree is on this little area here. It's probably going to be like a tavern or something. I'm thinking like that, and down there I want to just have another house. But yeah, my attention is going to be focused on here for now in our next time lapse, so we're going to work on this area. There's been endermen just nabbing blocks from there the entire time I was building this area, which is why it's all weird looking. I literally like just saw them pick up blocks and then just carry them off. It was kind of a weird thing. That might even be one of them down there. Now our path actually leads over here to this area where we've got ourselves a sawmill, and I'm no expert on sawmills. I built something that maybe resembles it, probably not. I'm sure this is the most inaccurate thing ever. It kind of connects to the water wheel, like it's on the same level. Yeah, that's about as good as I can make it with like the knowledge that I have. But I did add this other sort of house, like would kind of be the living quarters maybe for the sawmill. I may do an interior, I'm not sure. For now I'm going to leave it empty, but I may add that in a little bit. I also need to do a little bit of decorating out here, like maybe put some barrels and a few other things out here that would kind of make sense to go in a sawmill. And I should also put a stack of logs somewhere. I will do that somewhere nearby. But what we're going to work on now is I want to get all the paths done, basically. So I have everything laid out here in the actual game because I know what it's going to be in my head. So what's going to happen is this path, it's going to go straight up here, and it's going to go like right flush with this wall here by the tree. And it's going to go down. Well, no, actually it's not going to go down. It's going to go around this cliff and connect to a staircase right here. And it's going to, then the path is just going to wind around here, and I'm not sure what it's going to do from there. Maybe just stop. And I want to put a house down here. I'm going to make this go up a couple blocks so I have more flat area. And this path is going to connect up to that path over there, so it's a loop. And right here, we're going to have like a farmhouse, and this entire slope and everything down there is going to just be like wheat fields. It's going to be a big wheat field. I'm going to leave some of the trees because I think it'd look cool to have just the natural trees there. You can see on screen right now what this looked like before we started doing anything in this valley, and now you're seeing the finished result of all of the work that we did here, turning this rather interesting and it was definitely like a cool and unique valley into something even better. I built basically all of this up into just a base. It's a place you could easily live in. It could be a village. You could put villagers in here. You can have your friends live here. There's a lot of stuff that you could do with this, and I think it looks really, really nice. I'm really happy with how it turned out. We have a path system. It goes, and basically it's in a loop. You can just run all the way around here. Technically I'm flying right now, but you get the idea. You can run all the way back up to here. And there's also this mini loop around here where they got this elevated pathway that goes along part of the cliff, and then you can just go back down. And I also made a little garden back here. This is the only dedicated garden place in the entire map that I made. Speaking of map, if you want to go explore this for yourselves, there will be a world download of this in the description if you want to go check that out. For me, this was just a really fun build experiment to see what we could do with some pre-existing natural terrain, just improve it slightly and make it more suited for building, and then just like kind of have fun building and making it look cool. If we come out here, we can see the outside. We've got that big castle wall. All I wanted to do was zoom, and I hit light medica keybinds instead. Of course, we've got this area. These chests hold some of my building blocks, but yeah, we got this archway here, which I made myself, so like, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna turn on shaders so you can see what this looks like with shaders, and it looks really, really cool. Currently the sun is setting, so we will get a sunset, but I like this place even more with shaders. It also looks really cool when it's raining / snowing. I might do that at the very end, but it probably won't look good on the YouTube end. But I think my favorite way of looking at this is with shaders, especially when the sun, I think it's setting right behind that mountain. It's gonna go down behind there. Even when it's raining with shaders on, this looks cool. It's probably not as cool looking in the video because of the compression, but what I can see, it looks awesome. Hopefully you can see something similar to that. I think that's going to be where we end our video today. I had a lot of fun with this experiment. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. If you did, then consider hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers. What's a good goal for that? How about, let's say 50,000 subscribers by June. Let's see if we can do that. I think Tyler literally just made that goal up on the spur of the moment. So yeah, anyways, you can also come join my Discord server down in the description. If you are not already joined, you should come join. It's pretty cool there. I hang out and talk in chats and stuff like that. But anyways, that's going to be all for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Sbeev, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Bye.